All right, hi everybody. It's Bonka922. Uh Uploaded Seven Deadly Sins. If anyone wants to go check that out. This is gonna be Maggie chapter review, which but before that, I want to just briefly say the person who sent me the link to the Hobbit song, the dwarf song, unfortunately I couldn't get to it. I couldn't download it. It was a different file, so I'm sorry. But thank you for giving it to me anyway. I apologize it didn't work for me. It wasn't an MP3. I had to download something. I couldn't download from that site. But I found my way of finding it, and I found it and I downloaded it. But thank you anyway for your time for that with that thing. But anyway, moving on. Maggie. This chapter, okay. The majority of this chapter I liked. I liked a lot. What I really liked about this chapter was how they went about it. How this was a chance to see Orba in a different light. What I really liked about this chapter is they took the time to bring up what Orba did in the past. I thought that was interesting in this chapter, what they did there. And, this was chapter 202, Alibaba'S household. And beginning part, we see Alibaba, he's on his way to Balbad. Toda is actually saying, oh, why are you spacing out? We still have some time before we reach Balbad. She's right. There can't be pirates around here. There could be pirates around here. Let's not lower our guard. That's not something I should say after all. And so on and so forth. And he's like saying nothing is wrong. And in the beginning of this chapter, Alibaba isn't in the right mind. And this is to be expected because Alibaba pretty much is thinking about Balbad. He's thinking about the Ko Empire. He's thinking about that this is his first time going back there since he left. So, yeah. And let's be honest, the ending of this chapter, personally, I didn't like it. Because it's so stupid to me to bring it up here. Because it's like, it seems like now he has a household, but why bring that up? Like, why bring it up? Is it to cement, he's with Morgiana now? That didn't register with me. But anyway, pretty much in the beginning of this chapter, he's not in the right mind, basically. And Todo's probably saying it's probably trouble about the thing he said last night. And the previous night, he's talking to Morgiana, and he's saying, he's basically saying that that you would feel troubled after what was decided would go to the Balbad. It's not like that. I'm fine. Truth is, I told the lad not to think about complicated things alone yet. I am still a little scared of going back to Balbad because when he was in Reem, no bad news of Balbad reached his ears. He was basically, when he was in Reem, Alibaba was researching and trying to find out what was going on in his homeland, and he didn't hear anything bad. So he pretty much, that because of the Ko Empire making it their base, and saying about in the worst situation that another country that is at peace. In fact, 3 years ago, Balbad was in far worse situation than Reem, and so on and so forth. After meeting Ren Cohen, I felt somewhat superfluous. And he's basically saying that if Balbad has become a country that, and while he's talking about this, Toto and Oba are in the background listening, and he's talking about this, and he's saying basically, in a nutshell, if it's become the country that Kasim and my mother and everyone can look proudly at and can be, and it's not like it was before, then he feels that there's nothing for him there. Um, Someone like me who ran away 3 years ago probably doesn't have any right to interfere with the current situation. I'm fine with that, but the thing that scares me the most is that there is probably nothing left for me to do for Balbad's sake. And he's thinking about the past. I still want a role where I could do something no matter what. Is it true that I can do anything more for Balbad? In that case, what should I do? In my head, I still fight against Al Thurman, even if my fight is not related to Balbad anymore. But if that's the case, I feel like there is no meaning for me to have a metal vessel anymore, and that's really inexcusable. And then Morgiana is Alibaba. So he's pretty much saying, because he's going back there, because it seems like Balbad is probably going. We don't know that, though. It hasn't been confirmed. We haven't gone to Balbad yet. We don't know what's going on down there. But his frame of mind, Alibaba, is that my home country, where I was a prince at, I ran away from. But 3 years ago, I ran away from. And now the Ko Empire came in and took residence there. And he's just thinking about Ko Empire and Cohen and what he said to him. And he feels that there's no reason for him to be a metal vessel user. A Jinn user, which is kind of weird. You think, wait a minute. At the end of the day, you still got to go against Al Thurman regardless. And then the next page, we find out the pirates are here, so they appeared after all. And they said, oh, give us our cargo, and so forth, and blah, blah, blah. And then we see Ulba, and he says, we can't erase our sins, but... And we are the perfect match against fellow trash who are not worth living. And then we see Ulba and the other four of them just standing there with their water blades ready to go. And I was like, whoa. The good thing, and here's what I really was laughing at times. Because the time that this is happening in the manga, in the anime, the same thing's happening. Almost at the same exact time. Which went really over my head. I was like, wow. Major coincidence. Or is it? But overall, that's what happened there. And they basically fight the pirates. And it's a big battle going on. And there's like, these fucking children had Magistat tools too, so on and so forth. And Alibaba's saying, do they really consider themselves that way? We're the perfect Americans and fellow trash, so on and so forth. He basically says, Ulba, now that your mother is dead, your younger brothers will rely on you. Also for the sake of our younger brothers, we want to do something so this kind of trash will disappear from the world. To do that, we repay our benefactor with our strength. And Alibaba's thinking to himself, I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything to resemble this praise. I haven't done anything. And then we have Toto saying a few words, saying, you don't understand, Alibaba. And she says, key sword, and she slices through the freaking helm. And she says, they didn't want that. The gladiators that you freed are the same. They reached a dead end, and they didn't know where to go. And you were there. You were there to save them, pretty much. And she's like saying, you're a bit too cheeky. Toto respects that about Alibaba. That's why I will continue to help you. Let's go. And then all of a sudden, magic circle appears, household, and they all use Alibaba's power, and they all go and attack the pirates. And it's like, boom, just seekers of power. I am the household bred flames born from Amon, the flame Jinn, household vessel. And they just huge big explosion. Almol Armar Galumio and Almon's household. And that's basically what happened. That was like Jesus. And celebrate the household vessels and everything, and Morgiana's looking at him and saying to Alibaba, "They all adore you, Alibaba. You aren't going there alone after all." And he says, "Yeah," and he's wondering how many household vessels he can create with Amon. So, and that was like, count-wise, that's 5. Well, Toto, well, I believe it was, no, actually, my bad. It was 2. It was Toto and Olba. So, But then after that, and I'm probably going to give this a 5. Well, I'm going to give this a 4.5. Next page. Alibaba, you want to make a special announcement. Oh, what is it? Tell me, Olba. Toto and Olba have officially decided to become a couple. Why are we bringing this up? Like, this happened like 2 or 3 weeks ago where Alibaba was saying that he was with Toto. Yo, remember that? Yeah. Why is this coming back up? Why are we jabbing Alibaba again? Is the mangaka trying to tell us something? Oh, yeah, he's probably trying to tell us, yeah, get with Morgiana already. So this comes up, and I'm like, what? It's like, everybody's like, congratulations. And she's like, we came to a mutual understanding because of that. Let's fight for Alibaba's sake speech. Total love Olba. He has the smell of a monkey boss, and I'll support you, Alibaba. You have expectations for me. He's an incredible man. He totally admires Alibaba. We are in your care. Yeah. And then he's like, and it says quiz. Try to completely describe Alibaba's mental state in less than 30 characters. All in all, the last part there, I don't agree with. I don't agree with it. It doesn't make sense. First of all, I understand now they're going to be part of his household. That's great. This is great that Alibaba's going in this direction. I don't understand why we're doing this, though. This is shonen, right? So why do we keep going down this relationship path of couples? I'm giving this a 4.5, but I'm just trying to understand what the mangaka is trying to do here. Is she just trying to make sure that Alibaba has 0 love life at all? Because here's the thing. It doesn't help when you... But then again, I should stop with a little rant here. Because the fact of the matter is, this is what I see happening from here on. He's going with Morgiana. That is what this means. You're going with Morgiana. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. But the problem is Morgiana is... She's like this. She's like that. She needs to wake up and start, like, I don't know, sharing her feelings with Alibaba. It was just so random. Like, his sake speech, and we're doing this for Alibaba. I respect him so much. Then why are you trampling over his feelings? God. But I digress. I'm glad the last part of this chapter was... You can move aside. You can move aside. The important thing to look at in this chapter is the middle part, which was the development of his household now. And from here on, we can see that he's going to create his own household. He's going to have a bigger... This is going to be huge down the road when they fight Al Thorman. Huge down the road, because then, you know, they're going to be able to have more fighters. I mean, Jesus Christ. You know, you're going to have Toto, you're going to have Alba. If he can get the other four to use just as good as them, well, great. That's going to be fantastic. But enough with this trampling over Alibaba. God damn, what is this? What is he, a punching bag? Really? Enough. Can we move away from the couple thing? Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's so bad, man. But I'm glad for the household. This is great. Huge development down the road. He's gonna create it. He's gonna go through Balbad now, and the whole thing with Morgiana, I think, is gonna take precedence as we go along with what's going on here, because she says, "Oh, you're not alone anymore." She cares for him a whole lot more than Toto. It's just don't say anything, you know. But good chapter. I'm Bankai 922. See you guys later. It's just so ridiculous. It's like, we admire you, but I'm sorry I'm trampling over your feelings. Hey, it is what it is. I'm Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. Listen, Alibaba, don't feel bad. Morgiana's there, and she's going to give it all she can for you. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.